his ADP's just slowly just dropped and dropped as news kind of drip fed out that he wasn't fully recovered from the injury that sidelined him for the last few games of last year. And then it's just not been particularly pretty. On Sleeper, he's going at pick 60, which is ahead of Darren Waller by a couple of spots. On Underdog, he's dropped down to 76. And it just always feels like we're still chasing the dream, undeniable ceiling outcomes that Kyle Pitts has had. But he's had 3 career touchdowns in 2 seasons, 1 top 5 weekly performance. We definitely haven't seen the best of it. Do you think that Desmond Ridder can do that? Because we know they're going to pass more than they did under Marcus Mariota because he was so dreadful. Arthur Smith just shut things down. But do you think Desmond Ridder can do enough to unlock Kyle Pitts?
I don't think Desmond Ridder is very good. So I have some problems with this offense, certainly. Now, the bar of being better than Marcus Mariota is about as low as it gets as well. So I think Kyle Pitts will have a much better season this year than he did last year. The fact that he was out there in these preseason games is bullish to me, though he wasn't playing the full-time snaps. But if I had to guess, I guess most likely scenario is they're just slow playing him. There's no need to play him all these snaps in preseason. So I have not drafted him basically at all this entire summer. I think I have 2% through almost 100 drafts. I will be drafting him now that his ADP has fallen this far. I think the opportunity cost, a lot of the running backs and wide receivers that I feel pretty good about having some upside are kind of off the board once we get to the 80s. And I think that Kyle Pitts still has some of the ceiling outcomes. And especially now that we know the late round tight ends that I was targeting round 18, now they're round 13 picks. It's not like I'm passing up on all this value. Now I think everyone's kind of getting more appropriately priced. So this is the time for me to be drafting some more Kyle Pitts. But I would guess most likely outcome, very boom bust, ends up as the tight end 6 or 7 on the year, has a couple moments where you're this dude could be the tight end 1 in Dynasty moving forward. But I do think Desmond Ridder will hold back this offense.
Yeah, and just going back, I think what's kind of different about Kyle Pitts to a lot of the other tight ends, particularly the ones further down this list we're going to get into, is Pitts gets used downfield so much more, and he led the position in air yards per game with 81.6, despite only seeing 5.9 targets per game, which
so
was
rare.
The 8th most. So it's it really is rare. But then, Mariota was just awful. Pitts was 2nd in target share amongst tight ends, but was 47th in catchable ball rate among tight ends with 25 targets or more, which was dead last. So it's I feel for some of the people in the Dynasty community who really hyped him up as this guy who should have been taken as the 101, even in Superflex tie and premium drafts. But we haven't seen Desmond Ridder with Kyle Pitts, so I feel there's a few glimmers of hope for him. And yeah, I feel I'd definitely be more comfortable taking him in best ball than I would in redraft, particularly given that on Sleeper he's going 12 picks earlier.
Yep.
Do let us know in the comments if you're in and out or on Kyle Pitts, because I feel he's going to be a very divisive pick this year, and some people feel quite strongly about that.